In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you how I actually started my crochet business with almost 0 naira. I'm so excited because a lot of people have told me in the last week that the reason why they've not started their crochet business is because they need capital. And I find that I've not been able to completely comprehend that because, again, for me, I started my business with almost no money, and that is why I decided to do this video so that I can show you how I started my crochet business without needing a lot of capital. Stay tuned. Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Kauthar. If this is your very first time here, and I'm Nigeria's crochet queen. Before we get into today's video, please click on the subscribe button down below, and now that you've subscribed, let's get started with today's video. Alright, I'm going to be sharing with you how I actually started my business. I'm going to touch a little bit about why I started my crochet business so that you can get a feel of what headspace I was in when I started my business. I started my business in 2017, and at this point I had just come back to Lagos from a job I was working in Abuja. I was working at the job. I came to Lagos actually for a break, and it dawned on me that the salary in Abuja was just like me working without really getting anything, because even after working for 4 months I didn't have any money at all to show for it. And I decided there and then that I wasn't going to go back to the job in Abuja because it was so bad that I didn't even have money to go back to Abuja. So my parents were like, what are you really working for if you don't have money to spend like this? And I'd been working for 4 months, so I decided to stay back in Lagos, and I started looking for a job because I finished my NYSC the year before in 2016. So I started looking for a job, putting in applications, and if you've ever searched for a job here in Lagos, Nigeria, you know that it's not the easiest thing to do. Slowly I started, getting into a headspace where I was like really thinking a lot, because I'll just wake up, there was nothing really to do, wake up, sleep. It was very tiring, very depressing. I needed money to spend. So I decided that, okay, you know what, I'm actually going to go learn how to do makeup, just so that I'm not waking up and sleeping without doing anything. So I reached out to my friend who is a makeup artist, and I told her to teach me how to do makeup. So I bought some products with the last money I had. I bought some makeup products, and this last money was like the pay from my job after I left. So I had that, and that was what I used to buy the makeup products. I would then go to my friend's place. She wasn't living around me, so I would go to her place. She would teach me, and then she really told me that the most important thing when you're learning makeup is to practice. So she encouraged me to practice a lot when I was home, whether I was going out or I wasn't going out. She just encouraged me to really wear makeup so that I was able to practice a lot and get the hang of it really quickly, which was what I was doing. So when I get home, I would usually practice and all that. If you've ever heard me speak about my crochet journey before, you'd know that I'd been crocheting way before I started my crochet business. I'd been crocheting for over 15 years now, and it was just like 4 years ago I started my business. So I had some things that I already made in the past, especially scrunchies. Scrunchies were the things I really liked to make, and I had a lot of scrunchies in my house. I just made them and kept them. So on a particular occasion, I just finished doing my makeup, and I put the scrunchie in my hair, one of the scrunchies I made in the past. I put it in my hair just to beautify myself. That feeling when you finish wearing your makeup, you just feel like, oh my god, I'm so beautiful, and you're looking for things to accessorize. I just put this scrunchie in my hair. I took a photo and I sent it to my friend, showing her the makeup, because that was what we would normally do when I practice at home. I'll send her pictures so that she can assess and tell me what mistakes I made, what to correct, etc. So I sent her a picture, and after she spoke about my makeup, she was then admiring the scrunchie I had in my hair. She was asking me where I bought the scrunchie, and I told her that I didn't buy it, I made it. Because she was like, she likes this scrunchie, where did I buy it, because she wants to buy it. Then I told her that I didn't buy it, I actually made it, and would she like me to make her one? She said she would like me to make her one because she really likes it. Oh my god, I was so happy. And then I actually took that photo and sent it to another one of my friends, this time around a guy. And he said the scrunchie was so beautiful that it looks like it was even imported. Guys, that was what I needed. It was such an ego boost. I was so happy, and that was when I started thinking to myself, maybe I can actually start selling scrunchies. And before now, before this whole event, when I'd been searching for a job and nothing was forthcoming, I told myself maybe I should actually start a fashion brand. Because before I went for NYSC, after I finished the university, I actually learned how to sew. Also, the job at Abuja that I left, it was like I was a workshop manager for a fashion brand, so I already know how to sew, and I have a little bit of experience in the fashion industry. So I told myself, let me just start my fashion brand. I wrote down everything I needed to start a brand. I actually started planning out the collection. I even created an Instagram page. I posted a couple of pictures planning to start my brand, but the only reason why I did not start when I wanted to start was because I didn't have capital and I did not want to borrow money to start my business. So I just told myself that, you know, I could actually sell scrunchies and use the money I make from selling scrunchies to start my fashion brand. That was what I told myself. So I started like thinking of ways to start selling the scrunchies. This was maybe like, I'm not too sure now, but maybe this was in March or April. Let me check quickly. Okay, so I've just checked my phone, and this picture that I sent to my friend, I actually took it in April of 2017. So that was when this whole idea started coming to me. And don't forget, I was looking for a job alongside. Eventually I found a job, and I was very lucky because the job was very close to my house. Like, I would literally walk down to work. It was so close to my house. And at that point, because I was living with my parents, they used to give me money to eat every day, you know. So I would get a pocket money from my dad, a daily pocket money. I think it was 500 naira. I cannot remember exactly right now, but I'll get money from my dad. So the money my dad gives me every morning, I'll use that one to eat. The salary I was getting from the job, I wasn't spending it because there was nothing to spend the money on. Again, I was walking down to work. There was Wi-Fi at work. You know, I just didn't have anything to spend the money on. I think I resumed the job later in April or in May. I did the job for just 3 months. Yeah, I think I did the job for 3 months. May, June, July. Yeah. So so I started working. The salary was 40,000 naira, and I started working on my business alongside. Now, when I said I started working on my business, what I started to do, I started making scrunchies. So that my friend who said she wanted one, my friend that was teaching me how to do makeup, I made her own first. And then that my other friend, the male one, I told him, okay, so I'm actually going to be starting the brand, you know, selling scrunchies. And he encouraged me. I think he ordered 2 for his 2 sisters, and I made them. However, I didn't deliver those scrunchies to him because for me, because of the experience I have gathered up over the years, I wanted these scrunchies to be packaged really, really nicely, because I understand that in Nigeria, scrunchies are not things that people put so much importance on. People don't attach importance to scrunchies. In fact, people just use rubber band to hold their hair. So I got a gift when I was in 300 level in the university. It was a Victoria's Secret wallet, and the wallet came in a packaging box. Then the packaging box was inside a carrier bag. I loved the packaging box so much that I didn't throw it away. 2014 was when I received this gift, and I had that packaging box till 2018. I took it from school. I liked it so much, I kept the box. So when I started planning to start my brand selling scrunchies, I told myself that I wanted to replicate that packaging for my scrunchies. So I wanted each scrunchie to be put in a packaging box, and then the packaging box put in a carrier bag. Okay, so this was actually the most stressful part of starting my business, the most stressful part, and the part that took up the most money. Now, yarn when I started my business was like 150 naira per ball, and 1 yarn was enough to make 1 scrunchie. The crochet hooks back then, so I was using the crochet hooks that are readily available in Nigeria, and I think those ones were like 100 naira per hook. So that is 250 naira for 1 scrunchie. The scrunchies that I used in taking the picture, you know, that picture that I sent to my friend, I already made the scrunchie in the past because I enjoyed crocheting a lot. So I'd crocheted a lot of scrunchies. I had different scrunchies in different colors that I'd made in the past. I had yellow, I had green, I had blue. In fact, I had the ones I'd made like 10 years ago that my mom kept for me, because I would just make them and then keep them. I wasn't even using them. So those were the ones I took photos of first, and then for my friend's own, I just like made it. I didn't even charge that any money because I didn't know how much I was going to be selling and all that. I just made it, and the reason why I made that own too was because I now wanted to take pictures to post on Instagram. So I just gathered all the scrunchies I had alongside our own, and I took them to my boyfriend's house to take pictures. I took them to my boyfriend's house because his phone was better than my phone, and luckily enough for me, my sister-in-law, the most amazing person, she's such a good photographer as well. She helped me with those pictures, and they were so beautiful. Like, guys, when I started my business, my pictures were on fleek. It's not like my pictures are not on fleek now. I'm just trying to say, for most businesses, the pictures in the early days are not too great, but mine were great from the beginning, all thanks to my sister-in-law. Of course, all thanks to God. Anyways, to not digress too much, I now started looking for who to do the packaging for me. Since I already had my products, the scrunchies, I was looking for people to help me with my packaging, the packaging bag, and the packaging box. it was a lot of money wasted, because when they would make samples, I had to pay for samples. Then when they would finish the samples, I wasn't liking the quality, I wasn't liking the colors. Thankfully for me, my boyfriend is a designer, so he designed my logo and everything. But this doesn't have to stop you, because you can design a logo on Canva. There are so many free resources out there on how to use Canva. I even have some on my Instagram page as well, and you should follow me on Instagram if you are not following me yet. I share a lot of valuable tips on a more regular basis. So you can design a logo on Canva. Even if you don't have a logo, it shouldn't stop you from starting. I had a logo, and then I was looking for somebody to help me with the packaging bags and the packaging bags and the boxes. That was where I spent a lot of money on, because I paid for samples. They were not turning out great, and eventually I found somebody who gave me very good samples, and that was what took the majority of the money, because I had to pay for them, and those ones couldn't be done in peace. Like, even though I told the guy to make me 10 pieces, it was more expensive, because the guy was like, if he was making 100, it would be cheaper than if I was making 10. But I explained to him that I'm just starting and I cannot possibly make 100. I don't even know if people are going to buy this thing. So I made just 10, and then I made the carrier bags. Again, that was what took majority of the money. So if I wasn't going to make the bags and the boxes, I'd already started my business at the point where my friend said she was interested, and I made her the scrunchie. Now my boxes and bags were very nice. I had money coming in from my job. Remember, I wasn't spending the salary from my job. That was the money I actually used to fund the packaging for my business. But if you don't have that, it's okay. There are so many options of cheap packaging that you can do. Cheap but beautiful packaging. You know, the whole point is for the thing to be presentable, for your crochet piece to be presentable when you're delivering it to the customer. In fact, you can wrap your piece with brown paper and just tie with a string of yarn, maybe put a thank you, a handwritten thank you note. It's great. That works, you know. Check Pinterest for packaging ideas, DIY packaging ideas that you can do. But basically, I'm trying to tell you right now, if you're in Nigeria with less than 1,000 naira, or let me even say 1,000 naira, you can start your crochet business. When people would order from me, they need to pay. Like, they need to pay for their order. Even if they don't pay everything, they need to at least pay a deposit. And with the deposit, I can buy yarn. But I even had yarn, because again, I like crocheting, so I had a lot of the supplies at home, because I was just buying and buying. I had a lot of the supplies. But for you, let's even assume you don't have yarn at home. Whenever you're able to buy yarn, right now I think a ball of yarn is 300 naira. And a crochet hook, you don't need to buy a new crochet hook every time you want to make something. So I don't see why. Like, I even tell people a crochet business is one that is not capital intensive. Like, your reason for not starting a crochet business should not be money at all. If money is not allowing you to start a crochet business, that means there's no business you can do. Because remember, I started my crochet business to raise money for my fashion business. A crochet business, if you're not in Nigeria, you can start with like $5. Like, it doesn't even need any capital, because you only need money to make the samples, like to make the pieces that you're going to post pictures of online. Once you're able to post pictures, you know, people can see what you're doing, and you can tell people to pay you a deposit before you work on their order. Again, I would sometimes even collect the full payment, use the money, buy yarn from the money, and then keep the rest. So you can do that as well. And I'm going to say right now, because again, a lot of people have told me that money to buy capital is the reason why they've not started their crochet business. If this is you, if you're one of the people who say capital is the reason why you've not started your business, I want you to leave it in the comment section of this video. What are the things you want to buy, and how much do you need? I'm going to be giving a couple of people some things to start their business, but I'm not going to be going overboard, because I know that you don't need a lot to start your business. So type it in the comment section what you want to buy, what you want to use it for, and how much you need. And I'm going to be picking some people to send some supplies to. Again, I'm going to re-emphasize on the fact that you do not need so much. I have a whole yarn shelf right now, and in fact, because there's nothing I'm doing with all of those yarns, that's why I want to give it out to you guys. You don't need a lot to start. You only need yarn for what you want to make right now. That is all you need. I started making scrunchies. A ball of yarn is enough for scrunchies. Let's assume I don't pick you. Even if it's only a ball of yarn you are able to buy, look for projects that you can make with a ball of yarn and advertise it. You can use a ball of yarn for head warmers. You can also make scrunchies. You know, there are so many different crochet projects out there that you can make. Pinterest is your friend. Do your research. Find projects you can do and put it out there. You can make coasters. There are just so many different things you can do. Don't be limited. Don't box yourself in. I think crochet is a very good way to make an income, because every single day when I step out there and I see the sun, I'm constantly thanking God that I'm able to make a living for myself and my family in the comfort of my house. I live in Lagos, and it is a very, very stressful city. You know, you must have heard of the traffic in Lagos. It is not funny at all. Like, I'm just so thankful that I'm able to make a living doing something that I love to do so much. So if you love crochet and you've been considering making it a business, trust me, go for it. It's something that you'll forever be grateful for. I really, really enjoy what I do, and I'm here to inspire you to do the same. Of course, there are so many other things that would come in along the line, but at least start first. If you have any issues, any challenges, feel free to send me a message on Instagram. You can leave a comment down below. I'm going to leave my Instagram handle on the screen. You can leave a comment down below. If you need help, feel free to reach out to me. There are so many programs I have that can help you, and I can also answer all the questions you have. Again, if you feel like capital is the reason why you've not started your business, type down below how much do you need, what do you want to buy with it, and what do you want to make with what you want to buy. Tell me, and I'd love to see how I can be of help to you. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. If you know anybody who has been sitting on the fence, you know, they want to start their crochet business but they don't know how to go about it, feel free to share this video with them. Don't forget to subscribe for more helpful crochet videos, and I'm going to see you in my next video. Alright guys, bye.